Welcome guys to the live stream. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. We are live playing some more TerrisCRAFT Minecraft time. And yeah, we're going to keep working on the village today. We're actually going to get the village finished today. The little village right at the end of the bridge before it heads over to the one-day castle that's going to be out here. Let's get some shout outs out there. Rand, welcome to the stream. Ima, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And let's switch over to the game window and put some music on. There we go. We're good. We're live. It's happening.
Yay.
So yeah, where we left off last night. Oh, timing is phenomenal. Good job. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Anyhow, where we left off yesterday was we built this really weird shaped building here, and we've got to kind of finish the sides, put some windows in it, and then we got to build one more small one that's got to fit in this little gap here. So that's what we get to look forward to with this evening's stream. And yeah, of course, big news tomorrow. New World is going to be out live. If you have pre-ordered, or if you haven't pre-ordered and you are going to pre-order here right away, the download is actually available now on Steam. You can get that downloaded, get it installed, get it ready to go for go live. The US West server goes live at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. Of course, I won't be on until later on at night when I hop on my normal stream time. But you guys can get like an early jump if you guys were going to be playing. Yeah. Sweeney, welcome to the stream. I did notice you did some work Oh, you've done a little bit more since yesterday too. Let's go pop over here and have a look at the villager trading post. It's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. You've got a great layer of slime here. And yeah, like it's really coming together. I like the way it's all laid out here. It'll be nice, obviously, once we get some villagers in here and start being able to trade. And as I don't know if you can see, but obviously a bunch of stuff has been done on the little village here as well too. So we're going to dive into getting that village flying and work on getting this all built up. Ima, how was your day today?
My day was a little chaotic, but I made it through. I'm good.
A little chaotic. That's not good.
No, it wasn't bad. It was just today was our.
Oh, you
our
started
Go
doing
Live.
that Google thing, right?
Yeah. Mine was actually really straightforward, but I had to help my my manager through it because she's got a lot more complicated setup, and I'm far more familiar with kind of Google's offerings, their applications, you know. But,
so you had to teach your manager how to do the. Okay, I understand.
She's a very technical person. She used to be like a programmer and a DBA, and she really gets it, which is why I like working for her. But
oh, that's good.
you know, if you're just not familiar with something, then sometimes jumping headfirst into it is a little bit daunting.
Well, that was my project was learning how to today was converting a Raspberry Pi into a surveillance monitor for our surveillance system. And
fun.
I've never used a Raspberry Pi a day in my life, and yeah, I dove into that and got it figured out, and it's working, and I should be able to deploy it. Basically, like we had a bunch of construction work done at one of our sites, and they ended up replacing the back door, and the back door that was there had a window in it now, and now it doesn't. And so the team members can't tell either who's at the door when shipping arrives or something like that. But there is a camera system, like one of our surveillance cameras is right outside the door. So I'm just putting a viewport for that. And using a Raspberry Pi to grab the RTSP feed from it, so it's fun. It was a learning curve for sure. So,
did you put like a Raspberry Pi strain of Linux on there, or
Yeah.
did you use like Arduino? Or
no, I use the Raspberry Pi. I think it's a Debian strain that's on there, and then configured it so that as soon as the device turns on, it takes on the camera feed and can't be exited out of there unless you actually disconnect the feed from the camera. So,
very nice.
yeah, it's going to do the trick. I'm happy with it. Jack, welcome to the stream as well. Hey, why didn't that play?
Hello, my
There we
friend.
go.
Stay a while and listen.
It's like it started to play it and then ended. I think I like double hit it really quick or something. I don't know. My finger buttons aren't working so good.
Sorry, you had a long day.
I did. Probably not as long as yours.
Who the heck knows? I had patching at like 6:30 p.m. today, which is actually really good because it was the person that owns that application was like, "Hey, do we have to do that in the middle of the night?" Because it was like a 3 a.m. thing, and I was like, "You scheduled it, so you tell me." You're like, "Okay, I think we can change that to an evening thing." So I'm like, "All right, score. I'm all for that."
Yep, I don't have to be here in the middle of the night. Ching!
All about that.
Bruh, to you too. I also did lower the price of Hello now. Hello is just one token. Based off of requests. And everybody's jumping on it all at once. That's fantastic. Great.
I was going as fast as I could.
Hello there. There you go.
I was trying not to die at the same time. It was tricky.
Well, it's skills, right? And, but it's on per user cooldown of like 240 seconds. So it can't be overly spammed. Global cooldown is nothing, but the per user cooldown is, you got to take care of those things, right? Oh, the doors. doors.
So if you had 30 people online and they all queued up a hello, they would all play one after another.
No. Ah, Sweeney, Thunderstruck. That one got me really good. It really rumbles well, that one. Oy vey. I give you guys too much power. Huh.
Not new undies, Sweeney. Just a different non-soiled pair.
Yeah. I kind of made a boo-boo over here. This all needs to be one higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. This section actually needs to be 2 higher. This one needs to be 1 higher. Huh. You know what? I already have too much of the roof done to fix that. It is what it is.
You'll never notice it.
I don't think there's so many buildings here. I don't think it could be noticed.
You'll never be back online.
I will be eventually. The first couple of weeks of New World, I'm going to be going hard at it. So that's just a given. But we will get back to a point where we're streaming again. I mean, the servers, obviously, I've got the server paid up until the end of December, so... But yeah, this window here should be like a whole nother block higher, and then these like side sections here should be another block higher, 2 blocks higher, which would have changed the overall topography of all of this. Which I just don't feel up to changing right now. It is what it is. It could be a small window.
It's not going to wake you up in the middle of the night.
I'm going to hope not. I'm not going to say it's not going to wake me up in the middle of the night, but at this point, I'm kind of committed. Probably committed for other reasons too, but...
I can't promise you that like in a week, I'm not going to message you and be like, hey, Terris.
You really
window.
Yeah, you should fix that.
I was thinking about that today. It's just distracting me from my work.
Your productivity went just through the floor. You need to take care of that. Fix that. Maybe after I take a break from New World, it'll come into play and need to get fixed, but not before.
Next year sometime.
Well, actually, next year's not that far away, really. You think about it. I mean, we're almost October now.
I like how you're allowing some room for that to be a possibility now.
I'm not going to say, the channel started as a World of Warcraft channel, and I streamed like World of Warcraft every day for almost a year before I introduced Minecraft. Right? So...
Hey, I'm not judging you, man. I mean, a little bit. Not a ton.
Judge away. I don't care. Can't be yawning. I don't have any caffeine tonight.
Early for that. You didn't make any tea or anything?
No, I didn't have any milk for my tea, so I made an apple cider instead.
Milk for your tea.
Yeah, I put a splash of milk in it, and I can't, for whatever reason, drink it without a splash of milk.
I can't say anything. Tea is the one thing I don't drink. Just black.
It's too early for that, Terrace. Yes, Sweeney, it is too early for yawning and carrying on. I got a crazy busy day tomorrow, which I'm not overly pleased about. I kind of would have liked a DF day, so that I could be like well prepared for streaming tomorrow night. But I got to go through that.
Travel day tomorrow, huh?
I got to go through and tear apart, or go through and dig out any computer systems and technology we want to save out of that building that's getting demolished. So, not to mention, it's like an hour and a half away.
It's not cool, bro.
So I'll be on the road by 7:30. Be there for 9. Start tearing it apart. Most of the stuff, as far as I'm concerned, could just get loaded on a pallet and recycled, but I have to make sure that the drives are pulled from it before they go.
You gonna punch them, or you gonna degauss, or what?
I'm gonna degauss them and then I'm gonna drill them.
Nice.
More than enough redundancy to make sure that there's no way. Laptop drives are nice and easy. Literally, you drop them on the ground and they literally shatter. The platters in them. Desktop drives, they don't. They're built of a different platter mix up.
We have like a bunch of standards that we have to follow when we shred data, and it gets a little crazy sometimes, because it's like you have to hit it with the degausser. You've got to use a punch out, like punch the center out, and then you can physically shred it as well. You either have to do the first two or you have to do the last one, but they have to be destroyed, like physically.
Yeah, physically destroyed, as well as military grade erase.
Yeah, they don't even bother with the military grade erase. They literally just throw them in a giant mechanical shredder.
And I mean, once you get to that point, I mean, technically though, those little slivers, if you have a read-write head that you can access, you can put that little sliver in there and pull data off. But, I mean, who's going to?
Well, if it were a magnetic platter, I think that would be true. None of our disks are magnetic.
Oh, well, ours are still magnetic.
Yeah.
They're old drives. Like, they've been sitting in those systems for a while, so. None of them are SSDs. SSDs, yeah, you shred them, that's it. They're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't...
what am I doing? I need lamps. I need stained glass.
Oh my god, the puppy has zoomies. Dear lord.
Oh, that's never good with puppies, because that lasts for a while.
Lost his little mind.
That happens. But then they're usually good for a good crash afterwards, and they sleep well.
Yeah, I think this is just like making it up for the rest of the day, because he was super, super chill today.
Ren's like, he's getting me addicted to Minecraft streams, and then he starts playing New World. Well, then you're going to get addicted to New World streams. That's the way it has to be.
This is the way.
This is the way. When does Season 2 for that come out?
You know, I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking about that. I'm not entirely sure. I think they already started... I'm sorry. I think they already stopped filming it.
Yeah, because they announced a Season 3 already.
Yeah, so I think it's just all post-production. So my guess... When did the first one come out? It was fall, wasn't it? It was fall of...
Sure.
I think it was either...
I know that I didn't watch them until they were all available.
Oh, okay.
Because I binged. I didn't wait to watch one episode and then watch the next one in the next week. I just, once they were all available, I powered through them all.
I think it was fall of 2020 that they came out.
Well, and then they got Django Fetch, a series they're going to do. Then they've also got the Obi-Wan series they're going to do, and a Darth Vader series.
Yep.
So maybe it's not bad that Disney's got their hands on this now, because they're going to milk it for everything they can. And they did do a good job of the last one, so I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, I think they were just so disjointed and so over eager to make a profit on their like $4.4 billion investment in the whole series.
Yeah.
That when the first 3 series came out, something that big of a name is going to have so much fluctuation to it.
Well, then you're never going to please everyone with those two, right?
No, you're not. But at the same time, as much as I am a fan of the cinematography and the music and the effects and all of that of the latest one, the story was so disjointed and so poorly thought out that it screams unprepared. Especially since after that they were able to pull The Mandalorian out after they went and hired such phenomenal writers and everything. It's
and a director that knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure. So, but I agree. Overall, I agree. I think we're going to get a lot more Star Wars than we would have if they'd have just left it with George Lucas, because I think he was.
Well, then I think if they get away from the main storyline and keep these little side stories, they have much more creative flexibility with the character development. Because everybody has a preconceived notion as to what to expect when dealing with, if it's Luke Skywalker or, Han Solo, like the Han Solo movie. I still have yet to been able to actually watch the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it just seems like it was a cash grab.
Well, it was definitely a cash grab. I didn't mind it too much. I feel like if you just take it for what it is, it's a pretty good popcorn flick. It even does some cool stuff within the realm of Star Wars, and it's got some good acting to it. But it's not the caliber of Rogue One or anything like that.
Yeah, like Rogue One, I thought they did a really good job of that one.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, and the other killer for anything that came after Return of the Jedi is that we had 30 years of books being written by awesome authors who really set the bar for what we were going to expect out of those stories. I mean, they couldn't touch the story that they eventually rolled out for Chewie, like how Chewie died.
I know. R.A. Salvatore was the author that had to... He was the author responsible for killing him, and he got so much flack for that. It was unbelievable.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you had to kill a character, literally having to kill them by dropping a friggin' planet on them is a pretty good way to go. What an epic death.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they had so many different story arcs after Return of the Jedi that were so much better thought out than anything they came up with. The contrived crap that they came out with for the last 3 movies, and they had all of it to pick from. I mean, I know they went through and they went, nope, this is all legends, and they put a big legend stamp on it, and that was the end of it. But man, you had so much to work with. You could have cannibalized any of it and just left bits and pieces, because at least it would have been a nod to these things that people kind of assumed were canon for 30 years.
Well, and the thing is a lot of those authors were commissioned by Lucas to build the story.
Oh, all of them were. Lucas would not let you write a book unless he okayed everything about it. Every single book that ever came through.
So it wasn't like it was fan fiction or anything. It's this is legit.
Yeah, I mean, they decided that this was yes, this is what we're doing with the story. So I think I'll always be disappointed by that. I am excited that they're coming out with a new Knights of the Old Republic, even though it's not going to be like a 1-for-1 remake, which is probably better,
Yeah.
I don't really see that.
I enjoyed the initial, when the Old Republic Online came out. I did play that, and I leveled attuned to max character, but the end game was extremely lacking, which seems to be a lot of things with MMOs.
Agreed.
Which
is sad because it's good now.
Yeah, but you get that bad taste in your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really hard to get yourself back into the MMO environment if you've, you know, if you didn't have a polished package just to leave off with.
Yeah, definitely. And it is a shame because they really messed up the free to play initial launch of free to play because they like really nickel and dimed everybody. Like,
Well, it wasn't free to play when it first came out.
no,
it was subscription based, and that's when I played was when it was subscription.
Same, yeah. I mean, I played afterward too, but yeah, I played at launch and when it was just a classic subscription model. But when it went free to play, it was just like, you know, you can be a free player, but you get one action bar. If you'd like to unlock more action bars, you can pay us.
Yeah, and then that becomes a pay to win rather than cosmetic stuff.
It does. And what I thought was funny, and it still is to me, because I can log into that game right now, and there's very few limitations that any of my characters have, even as a free player. Because when it first came out, you could buy all of that stuff on the auction house. So somebody could purchase it, and then they could put it up on the auction house and sell it as an item, and then you could just go through and buy it. And what was going on was people with these, there was a certain tier of account that like didn't have to worry about going fully free to play. They were like, you're just basically locked in as this upper echelon.
I think if anybody was an initial adopter, I think those accounts should have been grandfathered and not have to be a pay to win.
Well,
like any of those subscription based accounts, but
yeah, and they did give them kind of a leg up and say you're like a silver tier player or something like that. And there was a bunch of stuff that we got that brand new free players didn't get. But we were able to take these items that we kept getting for free kind of as a monthly thing and put them on the auction house and sell them. And likewise, I decided not to do that and just farm a bunch of money and buy them all. And I got all these account-wide unlocks, and now I can go back and basically do anything, and I don't have to pay a dime.
Nice.
Because it's all unlocked for me.
That's nice. I did enjoy like the storyline and the quest, like the character development as you were building your Jedi or your Sith or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was very well done. I enjoyed every aspect of that.
Yeah, I agree. I think I started with the most, what's regarded as the most boring storyline character, which was the Jedi Consular. And so everything up there after that was like an awesome ride. After I endured that, and I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And everybody else was like gritting their teeth, being like, oh, this is terrible.
You put yourself through that?
My Jedi Shadow was so much fun.
It's been so long since I played now, I couldn't even tell you what route I had taken with that tune.
That's understandable. It's been a long time since that game came out.
I mean, it was still subscription based when I stopped playing, so.
I think at this point I have every character to the max level of 60
or
65.
That's dedication, and it's still only because it was 60 when it released. I'm sure, or was it 50? Might have been 50.
It was 50.
All right, nearly got this one wrapped up. And then it'll go on to the last building.
The final build down.
Demonetized.
No. It wasn't that close to the tune. I need a bucket to carry one. You're safe.
Yeah, and I think it was less than like 3 seconds worth of it, so.
That's what I'm known for.
3 second Ima.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mrs. Ima.
Dog, what are you doing? goofy out. I'll tell you one interesting aspect of my day. I had to go pick up my son from school because he had a runny nose.
Oh my goodness.
And I get it. That is like it's a symptom, and you got to be careful.
But I mean, what child doesn't have a runny nose?
Oh yeah, I know. She looked at me and she was like, "Look, I'm really sorry." She's like, "I know this is silly, but
I'm sorry, but
right.
I have to do this."
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's all right. But yeah, and he has to be symptom free, of which will be almost impossible unless I just like inject Benadryl into his face before he leaves the house.
Well, the thing is, it could even be just allergies, right? Like,
it is allergies. I mean, that's all it is. And they knew that. I was like, yeah, he's got really bad allergies.
Yeah, but you can't prove that.
No, you can't. But you know, he told her the same thing. He's like, yeah, I've got allergies. You know, I'm always like that. And it was a substitute nurse, so I think she was taking things a lot more seriously than even like their normal. So yeah, it was an interesting thing. Like he was so disappointed too because they've been doing this. This local pizza place was like bringing pizza for them, and it was going to be like a whole day. So I was like, oh, we're not having that, dude. We're gonna get pizza at lunch. Like, this isn't on you. You didn't do anything wrong.
That's when you give them a bologna sandwich. There you go. It's your fault. I had to go pick you up. Bologna and mustard and no margin on the bread, so the mustard seeps into the bread.
Calm down, Satan. Why are you like this?
I am torturous. Take that. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit that like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring that notification bell, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and share it wherever you possibly can so that we can try to get some new viewership happening here. That's not going to work. We need to go about here. That's not going to work. We need to go about here. That'll work. Oh, and how far over can we go this way? No more than about here.
I'm just spitballing here, but have you tried playing from a hot tub?
Oh, man, I can't believe you just said that. I am not doing hot tub streams.
I'm not saying you should. Also not saying you shouldn't.
I think they even actually added a category for hot tub streams, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
That's disappointing. That the world has come to that.
To each their own. Some people are lonely, Terris.
But...
And that's what they want to see.
But...
Exactly.
Lots of butt.
Yep. It's, to me, it's...
Jack's like, I am, he should. Ren, oh, I'd pay well to see Terris in a Speedo in a hot tub. Look what you've done.
I regret nothing.
Tell you what, you guys pay and ship and have a hot tub brought to my house, I will do it. Including install.
Ren, let's get that GoFundMe going.
Well, that's not going to work.
What could be better than streaming New World? Hearing those soothing jets in the background while you do it?
Of course, my keyboard or something would fall in. I'd get electrocuted.
We can take care of that. There are waterproof keyboards.
Yeah, but it needs to be RGB.
Oh, we can manage that too.
Please no.
We're all in, man. We're all in.
Please no.
Hey, I'll do it if you do it.
You're not streaming. That's not a fair deal.
I didn't say I'd have a camera on. I'm just saying I'd get in a hot tub.
I mean, if that's the case, then I'll just remove the camera frame and be in a hot tub while streaming.
Just podcast. Just
Yeah.
let it.
Totally
it's theater of the
podcast.
mind.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a tiny little ugly building.
Theater of the mind's actually a really good idea. That's when I look my best.
Is there really any look there that's a... Ren started. Let's get that hot tub fun started. What have you done?
Something's wonderful.
Wonderful compared to what, though?
Let's not go there. We're just trying to have a good time,
Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Ren. I do appreciate it. Sweeney's in there. No more yawning. Okay, well, at least that wasn't get a hot tub. I think I only yawned the once, didn't I? I mean, I'm not saying I didn't yawn again, but...
I honestly don't know. I was too busy throwing up in my mouth a little.
Oh, gee, thanks. I never noticed because I'm completely disgusted with you. Blue Rose, welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I'm doing a good job of torturing myself with this build. I think I'm going to make the roof like all wonky on this one. Actually, I don't think this is going to be terrible. Oh, I'm a hot tub time machine.
No, hot tub terrace machine.
Oh, it is terrace machine. I'm sorry, my eyes aren't so good. It's actually it looked more from back here. It does look like time machine. But terrace machine. That is just horrific. I'm sorry, but hey, you were the one that just said you were just throwing up in your mouth too. So. Do you really want to contribute to that? Do you want to be responsible for that?
It's too good of a concept.
Getting banned on YouTube.
You don't know that. You could be responsible for a whole new category.
Yeah. Okay, why is that side so much higher? Raise it up one more. All else fails. If it doesn't work, make it bigger. There was a that's what she said comment in there.
It was implied, yeah.
Yep. Everybody wanted to. Alrighty, what colors? What colors do we want to go here on this build, on this building? I think we should go back to like the first ones, the sandstone and stripped spruce. We haven't used that in a while. I can't stay flying. I was going to say I can't get up, but I didn't. That would have been bad.
I don't think that would have constituted the most alarming thing that was said tonight.
No, probably not, but
we appreciate your consideration.
I'm doing my part to not scar as many mines as we already have.
Now I want to watch Starship Troopers again. It's like hearing someone say, like, "May the Force be with you" or "Peace be with you" if you're Catholic, and trying not to say "and also with you."
Yes.
It's etched into my brain.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, see, I had friends growing up, so I didn't have that one stuck in my head.
I didn't. Thanks for picking on me. I'm okay. I'll heal from that.
That was me. I'm sorry.
It was me, man. Why do you gotta hurt me like that?
In my defense, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, at least the first step is willing to admit it.
No more steps after that.
No, because then you're a terrible person. So why have those other steps, right? Just deal with it. Actually, the first step would be everybody else realizing that you're a terrible person.
Well, that's true. Usually happens at work where people are too kind to say anything.
Yeah.
Or they know won't do any good.
Alright, so how do we want this to work?
So, U.S. West, El Dorado.
El Dorado, Marauders. That's the ones. U.S. West, El Dorado, Marauders. Rinse and repeat. Embed that in your brains. Everyone. Because you know you all want to play. Absolutely. Yeah. Know what else matters?
What's one more purchase for Amazon? I mean, really?
Yeah, right? They should give me a cut.
You're going to get like a 15% off coupon in the mail for your next Prime subscription. Thanks for the shout out.
You know what sucks? Is all these content creators that have linked their Twitch account to the game, they have been retweeting them left, right, and center whenever they post something. No YouTubers are included in that.
I have a suspicion as to why that would be.
It's because they hate YouTubers.
Because they own Twitch.
I know, but still, the YouTubers are going to contribute to their game as well. They could send a little love.
I'm sorry, but the YouTubers?
I guess you have a point. We're a bunch of nobodies to them. And I've even like mentioned them and done all the hashtags with all the posts that I was doing. No retweets, not once. And I'm a part of the creator program.
Yeah, but your fatal flaw is that you're on the wrong streaming platform.
Yep, pretty much.
According to them, I wouldn't say that. Because I, sir, have no clue. Ow, ow, ow. Stop shooting fire at me. Ow.
No, you get all the fires.
Too generous. Too hot. Too fast, too furious.
You know, the naming convention of the Fast and Furious movies.
It's infuriating.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen past the second one. I'm told they're entertaining. I don't really have a reason.
Yeah,
for not having
I
seen
mean, they are reasonable, but still.
popcorn movies.
Yeah. The acting is actually really quite terrible.
Well, I mean,
you have I Am Groot in there. And that's
yeah,
his
he's
only
not-
role he's ever been good at is I am Groot. I am Groot. Oh, wait. We
I
are
mean,
Groot.
I liked him in the Riddick movies. I mean,
Yeah. But I
he's
mean,
got-
again, he was a real static stick figure character in that too, though, right? There was
yeah,
no
it wasn't exactly
dynamic
a lot to go on.
emotion.
Be brooding and don't talk a lot isn't really an acting motive, I don't think.
No.
You can trust me, I'm a professional, not actor.
It's amazing how some of them got their careers.
No. You know what's sad is that there was an interview about him. Why can I not place his name?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. He and The Rock apparently did not get along because he was like trying to motivate The Rock to provide a specific kind of performance. And The Rock is, I mean, he's just like a really chill, good-natured person. I mean, that's just sort of his shtick, you know?
Yeah.
And by the end of it, he was basically just like, I'm never gonna work with him again. Like that's the end of it. Like, 'cause he was just treating him so badly.
Really?
Mm,
Well, that's brutal.
yeah, it sucks.
Especially a caliber actor like The Rock or entertainer like The Rock. I don't think you can get away with telling him what to do.
No, I mean, I don't know who's been in more movies, but certainly I think Dwayne Johnson's been in a lot bigger movies.
Dwayne Johnson's been in just about everything, I swear, in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to get one little slum house in the middle of the more posh places here. The sandstone ones just don't look as fancy. We're not going to have this one here because it's just basically a square build isn't going to have all of the details like the other ones.
Yeah, I kind of like the sandstone better though, personally. But that doesn't mean anything one way or the other. It's just personal. Doesn't make me right.
You're right, and that's just the way you want to have it. Nobody can tell you any different.
Thank you. Apparently everyone in my house is dying of allergies right now.
Well, tell them to stop.
That's usually my go-to move is, hey, why don't you knock it off? But no such luck right now.
Sweetie's in there with another super chat. Boys, nobody that comes here will ever get the dollar value and the word as a musical reference. 504? 504, boys. $504, boys.
You broke him.
I am completely broken.
You're gonna have to give him a hand.
Is that like a Grease reference? What was the name of the gang in Grease? Well, Sweeney's a metalhead too, so I mean it could be metal related.
I'm pretty sure that was a more recent band called the 504 Boys. Like, I could be misremembering, but that's like early 2000s hip hop, I think.
He's gonna have to Google that later. Apparently, my Google skills are gonna have to come out.
No, it's definitely not metal. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like early 2000s hip hop. Like, I'm. Over here dying right now.
Well, don't do that.
That's cool. I've got life insurance on her.
Sweeney says early 2000s hip hop. My boy's on it. So you're leaning towards something, right? I did not listen to hip hop when ever.
I listened to a little bit of everything. That's a. Oh my gosh. It's gonna drive me crazy. I could almost hear the frickin' song.
Of course, we're in a live stream and we can't play it or else we'll get copyright claimed.
Oh, it's the wobble song. That's at least one of them. Wobble wobble, shake it, shake. Gosh, I'm pretty sure that's once I get done dying here in a place where I can't pause, I'll look it up.
You're gonna go find it. It's driving you that crazy.
It's driving me crazy. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but that's a reach back for me. I'm lucky I remembered what I had for lunch today, and I told you like 30 minutes ago.
Hold on a second. Processing my brain requests. You didn't tell me. Don't break my brain that way.
I'm gonna look it up here in a little bit, Sweeney. But if I'm right, you gotta tell me. Don't do this to me, man. Please provide all answers in the form of a super chat.
Nicely played. Very well done. Guess we'll keep you around a bit longer for something.
On my niche.
You should get a job in YouTube marketing.
I could make tens of dollars.
Yep. Retire off that.
Got it. I'm gonna buy my little beach house in a game, probably Animal Crossing, if I can afford it.
My daughter plays that religiously on the Switch. I have never even looked at it.
I haven't either. I've heard it's pretty fun. My mom actually wanted me to play it when she was going through her chemo, and my sister actually I made the mistake of suggesting it to her because she was really really bored, sitting in the chair, the chemo chair for like hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
So my sister was just like, well, we're gonna go get you a Switch then, and she like went and hooked her up, and so she's been playing it like a lot.
The Switch is the go-to cancer console. Because
Really
we got one for my kid too when he was going through it.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah, I think Nintendo handhelds, like kind of over the years in general, have been the go-to.
Yeah.
For good reason. I mean, they're good at what they do, you know.
Wow, I couldn't nudge this any closer, could I?
Well, not with that attitude.
Not entirely sure how I'm going to fit a roof on it, but whatever, it'll work. Ish. Ish is a word. I can live with ish.
Well, Ren, I can almost guarantee you I know why that is such like a predominantly female played game, and that's because there's no voice chat. Because they get sick and tired of getting hit on.
Yeah, they're totally sick of the weebs and the pervs on chat.
Yeah.
It gets to be too much. I don't blame them.
No, kind of hard to. Privy to that too. We had some. It was a girl in our. It really was a girl. I think she was like only a teenager or something. But she was in one of our WoW guilds for a long time, and I knew just because I could tell. But she never got in voice or anything like that, and she never spoke, I should say. Like when we did raids and that kind of thing, she was always in voice and she was listening. But she always made a point to not talk, which was my clue.
Yeah.
That we were dealing with a girl.
Always the excuse of, oh, my mic's broken, or my mic's unplugged, or I got to get in,
Yeah, and I get it, and I'm not going to say anything. And it went on for like a year, something like that, and then something, I think, she did what people do, and they let their guard down and got in voice chat, and then she literally had to leave. She had to leave because people just wouldn't stop messing with her.
Yep. And it's complete BS.
Guys. Oh yeah, it is. It's like, wow, way to be classy, you guys.
Which is why I've really liked like our game community that we've had with Gib and Beyond Bedrock and back when it was the server that must not be named, with like Joy and Kitties and that. I mean, we all got along really well. Nobody did any harassing, and if they did, it was just a banhammer, right? So
yeah, it was nice. And it was, low maintenance, not like on my part, Didn't really require a lot of heavy-handedness or anything like that. It was just sort of, just worked. It just works, said Todd Howard.
Yeah, the roof over here is going to be challenging. Because these buildings literally, like, kiss each other, so...
Dash, my stared shash, and this is stared shash. My stared shash. I'm not.
What words were you speaking?
I don't even know anymore. I am not inebriated, I swear. But you wouldn't know that from listening.
No, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't English.
My shared stash. There it is. I knew I could do it. My shared stash in this game, of which you get like 3 stash tabs, which is 3 more than you normally got in the old game, are completely full of items that are cool,
but useless.
But entirely useless for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not that I can't find magic items and cool things in the game. It's just I can't find anything of value for me on this character right now. Stash tab. Stash. It's like I tried to say it like Sean Connery.
Yeah, and it
It's
totally
like
just...
stash tabs.
Be careful at what you shoot at, dear Ryan. Some things don't react well to bullets.
Sorry, dear. I'm completely full up on stash tabs. Come back from the dead and stab me with a katana. Highlander style.
You say come back from the dead? Is Sean Connery dead?
Isn't Sean Connery dead?
I don't think so.
Guys, don't mess with me. I'm pretty sure Sean Connery's dead, isn't he?
I gotta Google that one.
Yeah, Sean Connery's dead. He died 2020, October 31st, 2020.
God damn, I had no idea.
Whoa, sir. Christian, Minecraft, sir.
Yeah, but this is shocking news. James Bond is dead.
No, this was shocking news last year. I hate that I just ruined your evening with the history.
He was my favorite Bond.
Clearly.
Oh. How did you... You've ruined my existence.
I'm so sorry.
That'd be like saying Betty White's dead.
I'm kidding.
No, she'll live till 150,000 years old.
She'll outlive the...
Like, I'm pretty sure her blood is actually formaldehyde or something. She's well preserved, mummified.
I feel like such a bastard. The hurt in your voice.
I know, right? I'm totally at a loss now. Norm Macdonald recently died?
Yeah, he died last week.
He's lived a very interesting life, though, so...
Yeah, he had some form of cancer and didn't tell anybody.
Well, I mean, that's like, what's his name from Black Panther, right? Nobody knew he was sick.
Yeah. Super, super sad. I feel like I brought down the entire game.
I know, like the total mood now is all somber, and we're in memoriam now for...
I feel legitimately bad.
Sorry, guys, I've got to end it. We need to go have a moment of silence. Oh, wait, that's every stream for me. Never mind. We're good. We're past it now. I can't believe... Oh, you know why I didn't know anything about it?
Because 2020 was such a... You know what?
My dad passed on the 5th, and my father-in-law passed on the 21st. We didn't watch any TV through that whole period till like the New Year. So I just didn't see any of that news.
Well, that's understandable.
So that's completely why it was just lost in translation.
Still feel pretty bad.
I mean,
I thought you were messing with me.
he was 90 years old, but he lived a good life, I guess. I mean, he was James Bond. How could he not live a good life?
Yeah, I think he got his mileage out of that old meat sack of his.
Yeah. Been there, got the t-shirt. He's good. Oh, there is a pile of phantoms flying above me.
Pile of?
So glad that I am not in survival. Well, I am managing to squeeze this little building in this tiny little square here.
Yeah, and that's some Vancouver real estate right there.
Pretty much.
There was a block in downtown Seattle not too long ago that had, it was like a really old block, so it was tiny. And one day I saw a little sign go up on it. It was one of our typical construction signs, and I was like, what are they going to put here? There's not like enough room to put anything there. 2 years later, there is a what is it? It's a 28-story apartment complex on this little bitty block.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even, I feel like I should say, wow, that must be terrible to live in. On the other hand, I'm like, bravo.
Well done. Well played. That a developer could pull that off, and so
yeah, that
be
seems
it.
like a bet to me. Like some two.
I bet you can't do it. I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't put a building on this old block. And then he did.
And prove them all wrong. And the civil engineers are like, ah, those drunk jerks are at it again.
There's a building that's like right by my old workplace, and when they were building it, I legitimately thought they were screwing up because I know so much about architecture. But I'd have to send you a picture of this place. But every other floor is actually shifted, like turned. You know, they're each a square, if you want to call them a square. I don't know if they're perfect squares, but they turn and rotate as the building goes up, like another 30-something stories.
Nice.
So it looks like somebody played Jenga and then tried to put the tower back in place for yet another game, and they were just like, yeah, it's good enough, and they just left it there.
We have at the University of Alberta in Edmonton, they actually have one of their dorms. It was designed by a architectural engineer that actually took like a normal apartment building and then laid it on its side, and that's how they built the rooms.
Interesting.
So it's like a full-on skyscraper that's actually laying on its side, and they built their dorm rooms with it.
It's probably cool to see.
It is actually kind of neat to look at, because I mean, it's perspective. It throws your perspective completely all wonky because you're expecting it to be one way and it's not, and it's just, yeah, it's weird.
Missing from there. I need Saigon's belt and armor and his helmet. So just everything.
Well, there you go.
No
If
big
you
deal.
got everything, you're all good.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get everything, you don't need anything else.
Exactly. What's left?
Nothing. Oh, but then you have nothing to look forward to.
Wow.
That's
Killjoy.
deep.
What is this?
What do you mean, Killjoy? You're the one that like destroyed my...
It is not
Youth.
my fault that you have not been keeping up with the news for like a year,
news. Psh,
sir.
what's this news? Who pays attention to the news?
People who want to know if Sean Connery's alive or dead. Just saying. FYI, he's dead.
Yeah, kind of got that. I have the memo now. It's all good.
Okay, just make. Don't want you to be left
Soul
out.
Killer, welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Alright, I guess we should start with the roof on this side.
Hello there.
Hello there to you as well. Now that it's all nice and cheap, 1 token. I took the suggestion of my viewership to lower the price of that.
We knew you listened.
Absolutely. I do my part. I take everyone's suggestions into consideration.
And then promptly dismiss them.
Well, clearly not, if I was willing to make an amendment. Not lining up? Yeah, that's lining up. No, don't fall. You took the suggestion of Rani Gupta. Yes. I can't remember who's made the suggestion, but if that's who it was, they get the credit. Oh,
Finally? Fun. As he was going to say fun, guys. Fun. All the fun.
I don't know if that was going to come out fun. Glad I stopped myself. Glad I can provide all this entertainment. It is completely worth it. That is what I'm here for.
Best use of 200 tokens ever. 100 tokens? 100 tokens.
100 tokens, yeah. And I think the air horn's 125. The air horn's expensive. It's a little bit more of a high-pitched pierce, though, that, I mean, can cause ear canal bleeding, so...
It drives you a little closer to tinnitus each night.
Yeah.
Can you feel the love tinnitus?
Gani Gupta. I am also Soul Killer. It's my main account. Oh, okay. I understand then. Now it's all coming together. It's adding up. It's making sense.
I'm happy that you took that suggestion too, because I was really getting tired of spending all those points on
Well, you
saying
didn't.
hello.
I don't think you used hello too often.
I don't ever.
Yeah. So, Bite me. Bite me in the giant horse you rode in on.
See how he treats me.
Yep.
I give and I give.
Randy says, "I'm very happy that you took my suggestion." Hey, not a worries. It was a smart suggestion. SMRT.
Some art. They're gonna kill me.
Well, it was nice knowing you then.
But I've got so much to live for. There's so much stuff I don't own yet.
What round are you in there now? Like what level?
Oh, the difficulty.
Yeah.
I am using the one character I've really kind of got an established foothold on, and I'm actually rerunning normal bail runs for the magic find, so that I can try to like get some better equipment and stuff like that. Because I'm stepping into Nightmare, and I think I just need to kill Diablo on Nightmare, and then just finish up that difficulty. But you're not really supposed to leave Nightmare difficulty until you're like level 75. So, and I'm only 54, so I got a ways to go.
Oh, you got a lot of grinding to do then.
Yeah, it's really fast when you go into bail runs and stuff like that, but if I don't have some good gear, then, I mean, I don't really want to step into those and just kind of get carried by other people, because there's not that many people that are high enough level to do it at the moment. So I need to be able to actually pull my own weight when I go in there, and I do pretty well, but my survivability is pretty low, because I have like 0 resists and not very much health and that kind of thing. I can do truckloads of damage, but that's only really worthwhile if you're still alive at the end of it.
Yippers. Nobody cares how much damage you do if you're dead.
Yeah.
I did amazing damage for 3 seconds, and then the rest of you guys did it in 10 minutes.
Right. Actually had a really dumb argument with some little, like, I think it was a warlock or something like that we had in a raid when we were trying to do some progression. And the raid started out, and I couldn't tell you what expansion this was, but he opened up with something just crazy amounts of damage. And which was awesome, and then he promptly died because he just could not get out of stuff, like constantly stood in stuff. And because it was such an immediate burst damage, and you know how DPS is, it's like, it's going to be really high right at the beginning, and then it's going to taper off and kind of average out. And he was giving everyone just such a ration of crap because they were like, "Oh, you guys never got close to my damage." It's like, you're dead. Your DPS was high, your damage was low. Like,
yeah.
You are of no
use.
use.
You did great DPS, but you're just, yeah. Randy says, why don't you create a huge mansion with many rooms for the people on your server, like a hotel? They could pay diamonds to charge, and they'll stay with diamonds and stuff. I might at some point do something like that. I'm mainly just building this so if somebody logs onto the server, they look over and go, wow, that's why this is here. And you say you're a great builder. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try.
He's doing what we like to call a Hollywood build, which is
yeah, it's complete
outside,
complete facade.
Completely empty on the inside. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like my soul.
Exactly. Well, you know, they say building in Minecraft is a reflection of what's on the inside. They being no one. No one says that.
Sorry, I missed what you said. I was concentrating on a corner block there.
I don't have to put up with this.
Honest, I didn't mean to ignore you completely.
Dare you? Refund, super chat, Google, search.
I'm just making sure that I get this like tied in properly. It's going to have to be that way. I can't fix that little bit.
You can. You just don't wanna.
No, that's just the way the stairs interact with each other. It won't. It doesn't like me. It out and out said, "You're a piece of crap. I don't like you."
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know. It's harsh, right? Now we get the really long whistle to listen to. Train just runs forever.
I feel like I've been long-term damaged by 90s television because I cannot hear that and not think Soul Train.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Soul Train is older than the 90s, man.
Oh, it's much older than the 90s, but I saw it in the 90s because, like, I was born in '84. You know, just to remind you of how old you are.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. No, I got the map bug.
Did you break the game?
Every now and then. This has got to be one of the more irritating visual bugs I think I've ever had in a game. Irritating because it's not like something that prevents you from playing, but it's something that can absolutely drive you batty. So like and you've played Diablo 2, so you know when you hit like tab, you open the mini map.
Yeah.
In this game, what they did is they made it to where it'll like fit just in like the top right of the screen, top right or left or wherever you want it, and which is cool because it doesn't like obscure your vision like the old days. But it's got this bugged where the last area that you were in, like the last game you were in, if you go into the same area, like World Stone Keep level 2, running for Bayo or something like that, the old map that you previously explored is overlaid on top of the one you.
Oh, that would be ridiculous. That would be so bad to look at.
Yeah, you're basically flying blind because after you run around enough, there's nothing to see. It's just obscured by pixel.
Ugh.
Not like the worst bug you could possibly get, man.
Tachibicho Shorts, Tachibicho Shorts. Welcome to the stream. IP, well, it is technically a public IP. However, the only way to be able to get on it is you need to be a elite channel member on my channel to be able to play on it. So there's some life goals for you to strive towards.
Goals.
No, that's not what I want there. That can be that. I'm totally fine with that.
It was better the other way.
Nope, it isn't.
Wow, see how quickly he dismissed me? Like, no, you know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Away with you. Just gonna go live in your crappy housing complexes down at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah,
where I belong.
You could go down in the slums down there. Or maybe we'll put you into one of the little prison chambers at the villager trading post.
Do you get to name me Notch and hang me upside down?
And then I wonder if we could rename you back to Ima again.
I don't know. Can you name tag something twice?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think you can. I think once you've done that, it's just done.
It's done like that forever. No, go fall to your doom. Silly English Knigget.
Oh, I literally cannot find the way down in here. It's such a cluster. I don't know where I've been. It's so messed up. I'm gonna go distribute some medication to my child, and then I'll be right back.
Aight. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit that like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, rings the notification bells. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TerrisDWDC, because YouTube notifications are trash, but I always post on there when I'm going live as well. I'm doing my part to support social media. No, that doesn't belong there. Alright, so I just get this gaping hole on this side to fill in. I almost feel like there should be like some type of a balcony out this side. Seems how there's kind of more room. Get up above this. Not entirely sure how I could pull that off, but we might try here. We'll get it filled in first and then kind of go from there. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Yeah, see, this is really open space here. I really feel that this should be like so. It was too thick along that edge, which means I got to tweak it at this end too. But where can I get away with another edge here? I want to say like just up above this. Not entirely sure I can get away with this, but I'm going to try. Going to see what this looks like. And I think for this, we're just going to continue on with this existing roof color. All to give this just a tiny bit more depth is all this is about. This side, it was too flat boring on this side, so I wanted to add a little bit more to it. Can I get away with doing that?
Anything cool happened while I was gone?
Not much. Other than I added this little like weird edge to this. So it's completely up to interpretation.
As to whether or not it's cool.
Yeah, pretty much. My cool is somebody else's not cool.
I feel like that's my life.
I think it's something. I don't necessarily know that I'm overly thrilled with the way that looks.
Which part? The like the taller.
Like this little, I guess I added a little kind of jut out of some windows and stuff here.
You need to find a way to like build a gargoyle.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, that's visually a little bit more appealing now, I think. That's coming. Locked out. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Hello, I'm not hibernating again, though I feel like it. How are you? Good day, Taitia. Good day, Ren. What about Ima? Ranny? Who else? Jack's been hiding in chat for a little bit too. He might be gone now though. Yeah, what's the deal? I just always forget about you. Like, really?
I'm just not as cool as everybody else. I know my place. It's okay. I know where I rank.
All right. Windows.
98.
Okay, the granite is not working out, or the andesite is not working out here.
Oh yeah.
The
I've
little-
never been a big fan of granite andesite.
Andesite, granite andesite. But the white piece doesn't. It's supposed to be because it's like the window juts out there, but I think it's all going to stay sandstone. My phone's going crazy. What's up with the phone? Oh, somebody actually commented on a video while we're streaming. That doesn't happen usually.
What me? My mom said if I didn't have anything nice to say.
Don't say it at all.
Yeah. I've never paid attention.
Oh, yeah, Sweeney's here too. You gotta say hi. I forgot about Sweeney. Sorry, Sweeney. Didn't mean to forget about you.
You can't just forget about Sweeney.
I know, right?
Forgetting about Dre. Not supposed to.
It's my bad. Yeah, I guess that's better. It's the last of the little ugly buildings, though.
Say ugly, but I mean...
Now I gotta switch back to clearing everything. And glass.
I like the dark glass. I've always been a big fan.
Well, and some texture packs actually give it a nice, like a stained glass look.
Mm-hmm. I just always like that it's like tinted. It's just, I mean, obviously it's tinted, but it's just like window tinting on a car or something like that. So it's like you build a place out in the desert or something like that, and then it's not so overwhelmingly deserty inside your house.
Lockdot bought a computer for $5. He stuck his old 750 Ti in it and a bit of RAM and sold it for $200 to $300 in a few days. That's
one way to do it. There you go.
Value added.
Play in the auction house.
I have a creeper in my home.
Best tell that varmint to ski-daddle. Notice your cough has gone away.
It still lingers a little bit. Like, it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. I've had like maybe 1 or 2 coughs during the stream so far. But I've kind of released the push to talk, so you didn't have to endure it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Nothing worse than having your ear coughed in. Well, except for maybe puked in. That would kind of suck.
Your ear puked in.
Yep. It would be worse than coughing, wouldn't it? Just saying.
Yeah. I gotta say, you're right. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about it before because I'm not a monster.
But it is still a true fact.
It is.
It's all about the truths here.
Yeah, I think we should go back to the lies. Remember those days?
All right, my friend.
Oh. Right in the self-esteem. What used to be my self-esteem. It's a little Emma-shaped crater where my self-esteem used to be.
I just beat you to the punch to it. You're just wishing, oh crap, how did I not say that first? This creeper is bothering me. Octo said he bought another computer today, a bit better for $109, so I'll use that one and sell the $5 computer, and it'll pay for the better one. Might as well. What's the specs on the $100 one you bought?
Sounds like he should start a pilot for a show that's basically the PC equivalent of Storage Wars.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Buying up eBay auctions and flipping them.
He too could make tens of dollars.
Yeah, but a million tens of dollars transactions is very profitable.
It is, although I think you're just describing the stock market at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm sorry, that's not overly profitable. You notice that, like China made the big announcement, they've made all cryptocurrency transactions illegal now, because obviously they can't have their fingers in it and it's completely anonymous. So they're basically going to shoot you in the street if you have a Bitcoin. But they, it didn't affect the crypto market at all. It dipped maybe a tiny little bit, even though there was a huge sell-off and everybody just bought it all back up, and the market maybe dropped 4%.
It's pretty impressive, huh?
I think the Chinese government will keep their Bitcoin accounts. I guarantee you they're not selling those off.
No.
They're just going to make it illegal for Joe Blow to be able to make any money that they don't have control over.
Government will be raking it in. They'll probably have massive crypto farms still.
Oh yeah, for sure they do. They're shutting down, like they say they're shutting down all crypto farms, but the government-run facilities are still cranking out, I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
They're down in some bunker somewhere and nobody knows they're there. All the equipment they're confiscating, they're just turning it into their own farm.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if anybody knows they are there, it's not like it matters. They're just gonna, like, do what they want anyway.
Pretty much.
We have one of our software engineers, good guy. It's gonna suck to lose him, but the team is kind of getting dissolved anyway. They're one of the teams that actually will kind of go away as this little merger happens. But he's moving back to Taiwan. I guess that's where his family's from. And
yeah.
And as shaky as things are there right now, especially with China, it's like,
yeah.
Man, it's like you must really want to go home and see your family. Because good lord.
Yeah, no kidding, right? You'd be doing everything you could to get your family here, I would think.
Yeah, but you know, it's so much cheaper to live there. So I'm sure from a risk versus reward standpoint, and given, you know, how many allies Taiwan has in the West, they're probably banking on the fact that A, he's gonna maintain his ability to get a job in the States. Because
and just work remotely from there type thing.
Because you can. I mean, really. It's massively profitable, I'm sure.
So I take it he knows that his division's getting dissolved?
As with anything, it's not like an absolute guarantee, but they are the system engineers for our EHR software, and they have been talking about basically putting that in the vendor who owns it, you know, the software developer, like letting them host it.
Oh, instead of it being self-hosted?
Yeah. That's the most common platform or common way that their platform is distributed to hospitals. So it makes sense to a certain degree. There's kind of a lot going on there. It makes sense to a certain degree if you have trouble maintaining it. And our like application engineers are pretty phenomenal. Our people that are like his rank, we've had quite a few problems. And unfortunately, they're the ones that stand to lose the most if it gets outsourced, because all her application engineers, nothing happens to them. We still need them.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So, sucks for them.
Select.God, an i7 3770, 32 gigs of DDR3 RAM. Quite a good case with a good motherboard. All it needs is an SSD and a GPU, which he has a 3060 on a 3770. All right, whatever.
I think the biggest detractor from that whole setup is the fact that the PCI lane that video card's going to sit on is nowhere near adequate enough for that video card.
Because that's going to be PCIe 2.
At least, yeah.
And that's a PCIe 4 card.
Yeah, so you're
really bottlenecking the graphics card. You'd be better off throwing a, like if you could get your hands on a GTX 1070 or something,
Yeah.
it'd probably
Sure.
perform better than the 3060 that's looking for that higher bandwidth PCIe slot.
Not necessarily better, but probably just as well.
Yeah. And wait to use that 3060 on like a 6th gen or newer.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you need, it's not like it'll get any use out of it with that kind of CPU.
Yeah, you'd run into
pushing the
CPU
lane.
bottlenecks.
You would, but at the same time, you also need, what is it, on a 3060, you need bare minimum 750 watt power supply. So,
Yeah.
it's
Well, the
only
3060,
assuming-
no, I don't think the 3060 needs that much.
I thought the 3080 and the 3070 were in 850, and the 3060 was a 750.
No, the TIs of those are.
The RTX 30 needs probably around a 300 watt power supply because it only uses about 150.
And if you look it up on their website, it says at least 550.
It's its spike usage when the GPU ramps up because it draws initial spike voltage and then balances out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they say they conservatively recommend a no lower than a 550 watt power supply if it's a gold standard. If it's not a gold standard, then 600 to 650.
Interesting.
But that's all assuming that your PCI lane can be pushed by your CPU to actually make use of it. In your case, you probably
not
could
gonna
do it with
happen.
300 watt power supply because you're never going to get that much draw out of it.
Well, I managed to get two 3060s a long time ago. Yes, two. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. So I figure I might as well put the other one in the new computer.
I mean, try it out, throw Cinebench on it and give it a test and see how it works, or
It
3D Mark,
probably-
and
It'll probably give it around 3,500.
and that card is so much more capable of
That
more.
should be like minimum 15,000 or so.
Mine on.
Ever benchmark my PC on that? I generally don't care, but I don't think I've ever done it.
No, I've never actually benchmarked mine.
I only
No.
benchmarked mine because somebody asked me.
It's not true. I did. I just don't remember. Oh, well, probably have a screenshot laying around somewhere.
All right, now it just needs the ivy and vinage done, and the village is complete.
It's an Ivy League village.
It very much so is. Now time for a walkabout.
If I'm getting 100% usage on the graphics card, though, does that mean it's being used quite a bit?
Well, it's probably trying to overcompensate for the CPU.
So, yes, you can use 100% of the graphics card and still not get
100% of
Yeah.
the performance out of it, yeah.
right, because it'll start doing operations that the CPU. So the CPU will offload anything that it can't compute. It doesn't have the resources or the cycles to compute onto the GPU because they're similar architecture enough that it can do that. So if you're getting 100% usage out of that, and you're also 100% usage on your CPU, then that means you're losing performance.
Ah, okay. Normally I'm around 40 to 30% on the CPU.
So it's all going to depend on what you're running. Some things are. It's going to depend on the operation type, because some things can only really be efficiently computed on the right speed architecture, and so your software can actually look and see what resources are available to it and determine that there's no point in pushing this off to the CPU because we have this other lane, your GPU, that is more capable of computing. So, again, not to say that you're not losing performance, it just looks funky to you because, you know, your computer's doing all the thinking for you in that regard.
Yeah, at least it works really good.
I love the fact that you've got, like, what, I don't know how much you paid for those graphics cards, but it's easily, like, quadruple what you're paying.
Quadruple what you're paying for the hardware that it's in. Like, it's... Yeah.
250 each, or 500 for both.
Yeah, easily quadruple.
Yeah.
Like, kept complaining that they were going for $1,000 when I bought it for $250.
No, that's true. I just love the fact that the hardware you're putting those cards in is just like so low tier. It's just kind of a comedy.
The guy at Micro Center was questioning my sanity when I was over there.
They probably wanted to sell them to you at retail just to see what would happen.
See if I'd return it and think it doesn't work or something.
Well, I'm sorry, if I got my hands on a 30 series card, I wouldn't be returning it for anything.
Yep.
I think you could easily snag like a, what was it? I forget the series. I bought it for my kids, but the 3060, not 3060. I'm trying to think of the AMD series I got.
There's the 5950. I think it's their top tier right now.
Yeah, it was a 3000 series of some sort. It was definitely kind of akin. It's reminding me of 3060 because the numbers were so similar, but I can't remember the model number. But it was super cheap for the most part. I think the processor ran me like, like $200, and the board was like $101, and then the memory was another $100 or something like that. And beautiful little gaming machines. They're just a Todd Howard brand of it just works.
The sounds good.
I kind of bought it before the chip shortage kind of bit everybody, so I don't really know what they go for now, but...
Well, I mean, going and getting it before, it's always a great option as well. I don't even have a time. Can somebody here make a time machine?
Certainly wish.
Just no hot tubs.
See, you're such a naysayer. Such a naysayer.
Everybody thinks I should be doing hot tub streams to get my viewership up.
That would work. Because you could just get, a bottle of water and squirt it in the air and whatnot, and it'll create snow since it gets so cold there. And people would be entertained by that.
Well, I thought you were going somewhere else with that whole line.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was totally taking a wrong turn.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm gonna be honest.
Keep in mind, he's only 14.
That's true.
So that,
16.
yeah. Oh, 16? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were older. Yeah, I did get a little, like, Vine crazy on these builds. To clear a few of them out.
I don't know if it's Vine crazy. It does look like Poison Ivy took up refuge there, but it still looks good.
It was just a little bit too, like, all the windows were covered, and then you'd be walking down the roadway, and it was an absolute wreck, so... Oh, Ren, come on now. Oh.
That's the best kind of diet right there. I don't need to eat for days.
Exactly, right? All this fur and baby oil.
Like a half-skinned polar bear struggling to get out of the Exxon Valdez crash.
Oh, man. might have to put some string under these just to kind of stop the spread.
Oh,
Maybe
dude,
that's all we
so-
need for COVID.
Stop this. Yeah, if only string would do it. If string would do it, people would be like, "You can't make me get near that string." My freedom.
Technically, string isn't a mask, so.
No. It's remotely good for them. Therefore, can't do it.
Well, you're completely right there when you say people wouldn't go near that string, since string's technically a mask anyway, so they're acting the same with a mask than they would with a string, since they're both the same material.
Just a really tiny mask.
It's a little microscopic mask.
It's macroscopic.
Oh, there you go.
It's at least huge for an ant.
It's huge for an ant. Thank you.
I just don't even know what to say to that.
Well, it is. It's huge for an ant.
I can't even argue with it. I just wish I hadn't heard it. It's just I need that time machine so I can unhear that.
You heard it twice.
And unpicture Terrace in a tub of oil.
Sorry, it's a kiddie pool of oil, according to Rand.
Kiddie pool, yeah. You'd look like Chewbacca from the Solo movie. Yeah, dirty moof milker.
Yeah, I think I'll get some of these little like the vine bushes happening on these builds. And it will all clean up nicely here.
And then a year from now, when you drunkenly stagger back into the server, not remembering what was going on, you'll be like, who built this? What is all this?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd remember building this. I'd have to be pretty whacked out. Oh, Ren, why?
Talk about demonetized. At least when you get demonetized, it's like there's going to be a physical sound to it.
I know, right?
It's going to be like a thud. No, it's going to sound like you falling into that tub of baby oil. Just like a splat.
Well, technically, at least you won't get demonetized from your comments.
There wouldn't be any comments there. They'll be like, peace out, we're done. Unsubscribe. Thought my channel trailer was bad enough.
And all of a sudden you got negative 1,890 subscribers.
That good old negative growth.
My wife calls him.
Shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
At least
Only when I could reach.
At least negative growth is easy to accomplish.
God, there's a choke there somewhere.
Don't play with it. Don't touch it.
No, I'm gonna let that one. I'm gonna let that one skate on past. I am not managing to find garbage for the assassin, but I'm gearing up my paladin pretty nicely. So, win?
So it'll actually be useful?
Yeah. I got like the whole.
Because
stack
isn't
on.
right now your pally kind of useless?
No, he's not useless, but he's definitely more challenging to play. Like he's much more of a risk. Well, they're just not going to drop anything useful for me tonight. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my evening is ruined. And I blame Locke.
It wasn't my fault. That's amazing.
I said there'd be a good reason for it. I just, you know, just do. Bail, drop me something useful. Getting kind of broke here. Better get me some bail money.
That was really bad.
Yeah, because his name.
Hmm. That was horrific.
Something's happening. I think the climate change is reversing. It rained today. Barely, but it was misting for an hour.
Yay for you, I guess?
Well, it hasn't happened in over a year. Well, at least, well, I guess it's not measurable, is it? I mean, it rained a few months ago when it snowed, but besides that, though.
You didn't get snow a few months ago.
Remember when it snowed a bit in Melbourne?
Okay, realize a few months ago, like it's the end of September. So a few months ago, that's like the end of June.
Oh, well, the beginning of the year, I guess would be the right word. Or was it last year? The late
Oh my
last
god.
It's gone from a few months to beginning of the year, or was it last year, or in 1863.
It hasn't rained in like a year. No. It was back when it snowed a little bit. It rained then. Like, what? What?
Yeah, it snowed a little bit. It rained.
I feel like we're splitting hairs real hard here.
Terrible rain. But in the world, it snowed in some amount of time less than 600 days ago. It better not be farther than 600 days ago, or my mind will be broken. It already is broken, so I guess that's not going to accomplish anything.
You did mine in. It's gone.
It's like complete wreck. There is no sense of logic left.
And I was kind of a train wreck to begin with, but not helping.
Or am I the bigger train wreck? Because I can make a chain reaction of train wrecks happen.
You
I
might
don't
be
know if
onto
that's
something
something to be proud of, though.
Probably not.
there. Like supervillain material.
You know, it takes almost as long to build, or like to put all this crap down as it does to build the buildings.
Yeah, but look how pretty it is. Isn't it satisfying?
Yeah, once it's all done, but you got to go through the monotonous steps of doing it. It's a wee bit torturous.
It's character building.
Doesn't help that this area is not necessarily the easiest to navigate through.
So many drops, and they're all such garbage. Clickety clackety click click clack.
Oh, my keyboard. Sorry. I still have my thumb has just been like non-stop pushed on. My thumb's been non-stop pushed on the push to talk button. That didn't get me this time. I think the text warned me that it was coming.
Well, I want a refund.
I looked back just as the text went down.
Hashtag refund. I'm a.
It's cheating.
You lose, I win.
We should start a refund. I am a. In the chat.
Yeah, super chat.
No, just in the
Refund
rating.
IMA. Super chat. Make it happen, you guys. That'll get the message through.
Exactly.
Yesterday I gained it.
And your mic broke.
What?
Start over with your thought. Yesterday
Yesterday I gained. I gained a negative 1,000 views, and today I gained 1,000 views back. I don't know how that works.
numbers.
Yeah, but I didn't delete any videos, and I lost 1,000 views, and all of a sudden I gained 1,000 views.
Something didn't load correctly when it did the first count, and then when you redid it, it loaded it properly.
Weird.
Word to your mother. What?
I said weird.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I thought he said word.
I'm
Are
like,
we bringing that back?
I didn't know that was coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very
Like,
okay, you killed it. It's immediately dead.
Yeah, it's.
I'm just gonna start saying word now every single day. Cause I say weird a lot, so word will be fitting instead of weird.
Uh-huh.
I think you need to go watch some like Fresh Prince though to figure out how to use it.
Word.
Totally radical.
No, that can stay dead. That doesn't need to come back.
Alright, that building's done. We got this little mess in here I gotta deal with. Yeah, you like it.
Don't aggressively assume my preferences, sir. How dare you?
I gotta say though, Minecraft does look quite good with the SCUS PPGI shaders.
I just don't even know.
I'm gonna need.
We need a Lockwanese English translator.
And I am feeling that. That is something we do need.
You know, I sometimes actually wanna be a Google Voice thing.
You'd be like the world's worst Google Maps navigator ever.
I know, so today we had to turn on to like
Turn left on SUTP. What Sulis Avenue? What that road?
I already passed it. Today we had to go to figure out what street name it was. This is a big one, and I couldn't pronounce it.
Bob's Road.
No, it's a bigger one. It started with the letter M.
Mike's Road.
Massachusetts.
About as big as Massachusetts.
Ah!
I spent about 30 minutes in the car trying to pronounce Massachusetts.
You just broke Locke. Like, literally, he is stuck in an endless loop now. Cannot compute.
I've never been prouder.
I know. Like, that was perfect. 20 minutes later, he's still gonna be going at that.
How I got him last time was I listened to Google. Massachusetts.
I want you to say it with a Massa.
Massa.
Chew.
Chew.
Sets.
Sets.
Massa. Chew. Sets.
Massachusetts.
No, see, you fucked it up. Excuse me.
Beep.
Massachusetts.
No, you said it. You said it right when all the individual pieces were broken up. Massa. Chew.
Isn't there a bunch of TikToks that you're like trying to teach a little kid to say a word? And then they like go "Mana, mana, mana," at the end of it. I can't remember what word it was.
Sometimes 16.
Like minimum. Now put it together. Blah, 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 blah.
Aluminium.
That's actually how my dad had to say it. He could not say aluminum. He could say platinum, no problem. Uranium, no problem. Try to say aluminum, broken.
Aluminum. No, here. Stop right.
Error.
Aluminum.
There you go.
There you go.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
The old Windows error is coming in handy right now.
Somebody do the windows there or yeah.
Tears coming out of my eyes.
Just turn left by the big tree. Yes, that's actually what I'd probably say, Ren. That's what I. Surprisingly enough, I do that quite often. Turn left there. Where's there? There's two streets right there. I don't know, one of them.
Google Maps, turn left at the third cow to your right.
Texas directions.
Yep.
Go down by the tracks next to that old barn that used to be red, but Owl painted it blue until his wife got mad and made him paint it red again. So that one.
That's just the way it is.
It really is.
Just turn past the old Miller's place there. Yeah, everybody knows where Miller's place is, and make sure you stop and get some of his sweet corn.
Go on down till you hit that mailbox. It looks like a boot. Got that big old star on it. And you stop and ask them for directions, because they know.
It's amazing how well the leaves hide blemishes.
I love that I can hear Google Translate in the background teaching him how to say Massachusetts. Emma couldn't do it.
That's...
That is so. You got the massa part, right? Massa, chew. Except there's no hard T at the end of chew. It's just chew, as though you're chewing your food. Massa, chew, sets, like you're setting something down. Sets. Massa, chew, sets.
Is there anybody from that?
You know, with that said, I mean, I can sympathize with him a little bit here because there's a drink that's at Starbucks that my kid always gets, and it's the strawberry acai lemonade. But acai, I could never, like, you look at that word, it's like A-C-I with like an A with a weird, stupid little squiggly above it, and I'm like, achki, and my wife just said, just think of it as ass I eat. I'm like, all right, well, that's one way of thinking about it.
That's what I'm gonna say when I go to the store. Thanks.
Yep. So when I go to the window and order it now, yeah, can I get a strawberry ass I eat, please? Just because, I mean, I hate Starbucks to begin with. The fact that you can't order anything without it being like a freaking paragraph long.
Well, you can. It just won't be what you want. Or maybe it will. Maybe you don't know what you want.
No, I'm not a fan of Starbucks coffee, but the fact that you can't just say, can I get a large coffee? That's words they can't compute.
That's all I order when I go in there. I ask for a large black coffee.
There's no way you're asking for a large, though.
Yeah, I do, because they translate for me. They get so used to people saying, like, medium, small, and large instead of, venti and whatever their other sizes are. I don't even remember. Tall. That they just auto-translate.
Well, I mean, they've got tall, grande, and venti, of which the only one that's actually, like, remotely close would be tall would be considered large. Maybe grande considered large. Venti is freaking green. So
they're all just words that mean large.
Yeah.
That's the part that kills me. But yeah, if I go into my local Starbucks in downtown Seattle, nearly by the one at Pike's Place where they started the whole thing, you walk in and you order a large something, they don't correct you. They're just like, okay.
Oh, they correct you here. I'm sorry, you're obviously not a Starbucks snob. You need to order it correctly.
And that's how it was at Wendy's.
I can't trust how you're telling me to say this. I want to.
It's the restaurant Wendy's. We went to Wendy's and we were trying to order something they had as a special, and we couldn't say, I couldn't at all say it. The entire time I was there, I was trying to work out how to word it out. It was just this weird special thing they're gonna eat for a few weeks.
Wendy's doesn't have specials anything.
Yeah, they do.
They have burgers and poutine
and health code violation.
This was a different type of burger, and it was $5. It was a lot for a burger, but it was just a different type of burger, and they had this long, huge name on it. Yeah, it was weird.
Ren's like, I can't imagine Locke ordering something from Starbucks. If you ever do go to Starbucks, can you record yourself ordering something, Locke?
I note my words. I will never go to Starbucks because I don't pay for coffee more than 5 cents a cup.
Order an venti iced matcha green tea latte made with almond milk.
Can you repeat that?
An venti iced matcha green tea green tea latte made with almond milk. That's what my daughter drinks. And I literally have to take a big breath before you order it.
I'd like it.
And his mic broke.
I either do black coffee or a London fog tea.
London fog tea.
No, tea. London fog tea. It's an Earl Grey tea with steamed milk. That's it.
London fog tea.
Yep.
I can see myself messing that name up as well.
Well, you did just now, so yes.
Massachusetts.
Oh.
You're killing me, Smalls.
My brain is melted. It's totally melted. It's done. There's nothing left.
I can sympathize. I had to fight with a speech impediment when I was younger, so I had to sit and pronounce words over and over and over.
Ooh, this is a little vine heavy right here.
I have one of those speech impediments as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, really?
Yeah, I had several different ones. It was S8, and I don't know what. Wait, did I have my finger on the microphone?
Do you now?
Do you now? Yeah,
Yes.
you do now.
I had issues with SHs, and I don't know what I'm on now for. I probably should, but that's what I'm on Zoom every couple days.
You know, as much as I complained, you add in the little bits of greenery, and it really does transform that build.
Okay, absolutely. It blends in really nicely.
I would say the village is complete.
I can easily make everybody in Canada salty for me trying to pronounce one of your provinces.
What, Innovit?
No, the province, or whatever it's called.
Oh, jeez, you just broke. Oh, man. Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
How can you say that slightly better than Massachusetts?
I know, right?
I'm furious.
Saskatchewan.
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 Saskatchewan. Oh, made that work.
Massachusetts. Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Ah.
And if you don't like it in Saskatchewan, you move to Saskatchewan too.
I'm looking at the word now. Saskatchewan.
Wan, as in wonton soup.
Sascat. No, it's a Kate. Saskatchewan.
Wan. It's not a wide area network.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Speak called that.
Couldn't I just name bomb number one or land number one? That would be a lot easier instead of Saskatchewan.
You're killing me. You're doing better with that than Massachusetts, and I've never been more angry.
Well, I mean, at least I do or start to Canada, but I never look at Saskatchewan.
Oh, hey!
Did I get it?
Perfect.
Perfect. Just speed it up a little bit.
Saskatchewan.
Hey, there! That was perfect.
I still made half.
You're now an honorary Canadian.
I can't.
And now I'm gonna need you to get out of the United States.
So,
You can't say Massachusetts.
Off the Tuktoyaktuk, on your way up to Inuit, you're all good. Or Inuit.
I can't say all the United States, but I can say all of the Canadian. Actually, that's correct. I think Canada states.
Provinces, but yeah. So you can go back to the US now.
The Queen's holdings.
It's the Queen's vacation property.
Weirdly enough, I'm a bit decenter at Mexican names.
You just said decenter, and I need you to know that that's not a word.
Lockdot, you're amazing. Did we lose him? Did he just like peace out? I'm sick of getting picked on. Lockdot?
Marco?
Hello. Lockdot. He's still in chat.
Way to go. See what you did.
Hey, that was all you.
It was not entirely me. You kicked him out of Canada.
Yes. Because he called us states. You kicked him out of the U.S. because you couldn't say Massachusetts. So
that was an empty threat. No one will have us.
pretty much.
Just can't go anywhere.
Well, unless you got all your shots, you're good to go.
Oh, well then I'm good to go. I mean,
Our borders open. Our borders open to fully vaccinated. So
Nothing. I didn't know I said open it up.
you just don't want to come to Alberta because it's really bad here.
No, I was gonna say I don't want to go to Alberta because it's really far away.
That's actually not. It's a good 2-day drive.
That's far enough for me. Like I can either go to your place or I can go see my parents. I mean, either way, I got to be in the car for 2 days, and that's just not as.
Because we drove down to we left our place. It was in the afternoon, and we drove down and we parked at the Walmart in Coeur d'Alene, and he just camped there overnight. And then the next day we pushed through, and I want to say we maybe had another 7-hour drive from Coeur d'Alene into just outside of Seattle. There was like a Good Sam that we camped at there, and then we just drove in, and we're like, it was actually like 15 minutes away from the Ball Diamond, but it was just like perfect. It was on the freeway. You just got out of the campground on the freeway. You're at the Ball Diamond. We paid for parking there, like it was part of our tickets. And then,
that's when you went to the Blue Jays game, huh?
Yeah, that was a few years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this is all good to go for now, and I'm happy. I got to the point where I said I wanted to get to tonight, and that was completing this village. And this is exactly what I envisioned, was this cramped little village at the foot of this massive gatehouse to lead over to the castle. Wow, the top-down view is something, isn't it?
It's a really intricate pattern.
Yeah. Looks really cool from up top. That's crazy.
It's really expensive to live there.
Yes. Yes, it would be. I'd be at least 5 diamonds a day. Alrighty, guys. That's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching today's stream. I had fun. Tomorrow, though, New World. Live, real time, open game, no more betas. We're playing it for real. We'll make our tune. We'll get some leveling done. I'm going to be focusing a lot on gathering and herbing initially. I'm going to be gathering things and crafting things. I'm going to get a lot of my leveling done that way initially, and then introduce some quests and stuff. I don't want to lag behind on that stuff, so chop down trees, dig up bricks or rocks, and try to keep my skills up as much as I can as we're power leveling through to be able to get into some dungeon stuff. So, yeah, guys, reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring that notification bell, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. We'll see you tomorrow night in New World. Peace out.